Good morning, my name is Amaja.
My name is Latrell.
My name's Jayden.
And I'm Ben.
And it's our amazing race.
Fort Wayne is known as the fifth most boring city in the country, so hopefully our pitch can change that.
So in the past, racist people have been paying $50 for something that could have done in their backyard. So we're here to change it. So instead of paying $50, we decided you guys decided to pay $3 to $5 to tour the whole Fort Wayne.
This race will be held at the end of September, and the race will be 56 miles long and 2 hours long. You can have 2 to 6 people in your group, and you got to be 6 and older to participate in this amazing race. If you're 12 and under, you can pay $3. If you're 12 and older, you pay $5.
So as you know, as entering this race, there will be a first, second, and third. The first winners will receive a $100 Visa gift card. Second place will receive a $30 gift card, and third place will receive admission free back.
And hopefully with strong promotional tools, we can reach out to the community and let them see how fun and interactive our race could be. Alright, so this is our map and our map key. It's on the pitch board and the brochure, but this is the actual order in which we'll be going, and it explains what the dots are on the actual map.
So our first stop will be at Headwaters Park. Headwaters Park is where Fort Wayne's most fun activities are. They're held there. So for our physical task, each group will be getting 10 chocolate covered candies, but they don't know if it's actually candy or chocolate covered crickets. So in order to catch a crab to the next leg, you have to tell what it is, and you have to at least eat 10 of them. Our mental task is you will be getting a worksheet where it has all monuments that are at Headwaters Park. You have to give the meaning of this monument and why is it where it's standing.
The Embassy Theater has been home to many famous people and performances. Even the pipe organ that was originally there is still there today. For the physical detour, they must run throughout the embassy and search for photos of actors and actresses that have performed at the embassy. For the mental detour, they must go back to the stage where there will be cards with dates and names on there, and they must match up the pictures to that.
Alright, Parkview Field, built in 2008 in the heart of downtown. It is known as one of the most beautiful and well-kept minor league baseball stadiums in the country. So, for their physical task, they will be faced up against a tin caps pitcher, and each group member will have to just go and hit a ball into the deep infield to move on. But the pitch speed will vary on age, because you don't want a 6-year-old hitting a 90 mile per hour fastball. And the mental task will be, the contestants will be facing a long line of hungry and angry customers, and you'll have to serve through all of them to move on.
That's scary.
The Fort Wayne Country Club, a beautiful place and a very historical place in Fort Wayne. And only the finest of Fort Wayne can attend, but now everyone has the chance to. Imagine sitting by the pool or playing on a tour-level golf course. Well, now you can. For the physical task, there will be 3 hula hoop rings set up on the tennis court. Each group will have to get 3 tennis balls to land in the hoop to move on. For the mental task, they will be given a list of clues to find every golf ball that is scattered around the golf course. Science Central. Science Central is just an amazing place to learn and interact with all things science. So no wonder so many schools love to go here for field trips. But it's not only for its students and children, it's for anyone to learn and interact with all things science. So for the physical task, groups will be given materials to figure out how to find the fastest speed going down the famous yellow slide. And once they reach their goal of 25 miles per hour, they'll be able to move on. And for the mental task, they will be given a list of clues to find the materials and instructions to create a specific chemical reaction. And once they create that reaction, they will be able to move on.
The Old Fort. The Old Fort was built in 1815 by John Whistler. Under his command, the Old Fort was made to protect people from the Native Americans during the war. During this, our physical task is you have what we call the Old Fort, and Bob is providing us barrels and some firewood. And you have to go around and collect the firewood in the barrels, and you have to make the fire without matches or a lighter. Our mental task is you have to count how many stars and stripes is on the flag above the 04 and tell us why is that there are many stars and flags on the stripes. And there's 15 stars and stripes on the flag. Oh, the History Center. The History Center was made in 1893 by John F. Wayne and Marshall S. Malone. And you have, instead of doing a mental and physical task here, you have to go around and find 5 keys to the jail cells. And in the jail cells will be a card where you have to go to your next leg. And instead of doing that, we were doing a roadblock. So this will be our roadblock. And you will have to hop on one leg to Bar Street. That's right next to you.
So the next leg will be at Bar Street Market. It's a very old market that still is open today, and they get money in and out. So what we decided to do, instead of we're having so much fun and everything, we decided to help out volunteer. So each group will get a certain amount of goods they will have to sell to help out the market. For a mental task, they will have 8 questions, and they have to answer 8 questions correctly in order to catch a cab to the next leg.
The Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society is an award-winning nonprofit organization founded in 1972. It's also home to the steam locomotive 765. For the physical task, they must run backwards the length of a train plus its carts while counting them. For the mental task, they must paint a painting of 765 without looking at it and also blindfolded.
Next up will be at Lawn Park. Lawn Park is a very beautiful geographical park for you to hang out with your friends and family. This park has been named after U.S. Army officer Henry Lawn. So instead of doing a physical and a mental detour, we decided to do a road run. So they will give the transportation of a team of a 2-seater bike, and their partners will take this bike and they will ride it to the Martin Luther King Bridge. At that stop, they will have to unscramble each pole going across the bridge.
The Young County War Memorial Coliseum. The Coliseum, as Fort Wayne citizens know, is just a huge building outside of downtown Fort Wayne. And it holds so much of Fort Wayne's great history and the championship-winning teams like the Comets and Bad Ants. So for the physical task, they will have to race to the locker rooms, lace up their ice skates, and get on the rink, and they will be given 20 pucks and will have to score at least 1 goal to move on. For the mental task, they will be given clues to find all the pieces and materials needed to build a model plane that replicates the one that sits outside of the Coliseum. Fox Hunting, what a beautiful place to end such an amazing race. Contestants have challenged themselves so hard and for so long, but it's not over yet. They still have to complete one more task. So for the physical task, if they choose it, they will have to catch at least 2 fish. It does not matter what type, but they will have to catch 2 to move on. And for the mental task, groups will be given a list of 10 descriptions of 10 flowers and will have to find each flower to move on. So in conclusion, this is our new Made Up Amazing race, and hopefully it just makes Fort Wayne a much greater place.